second year in a row, AAA has named Seattle as its hottest Labor Day weekend destination.
Taking our state ferries to check out nearby islands is a popular activity. As Fox 13's Lauren Donovan reports, 400,000 travelers hopped on a ferry during the holiday weekend last year, but not without trouble.
And as you know, last year there were crewing challenges forcing schedule changes for sailing, so anticipating the chaos to come, I sat down with the head of the ferry system, that's Steve Nevy, and he's hoping it all goes smoothly, but cautions. If you're taking a boat Friday, Monday, or Tuesday, expect the worst of it. There's going to be long lines, especially on those routes that don't accept reservations. Steve says if one person doesn't show up, take a listen.
We're doing everything we can to make sure every vessel's staffed and every terminal staffed. We have overstaffing on most of our watches now to try and avoid crew cancellations.
Steve says if one person doesn't show up for their shift, they've got another one waiting in the wings to backfill. And that's critical because when these boats are staffed at what you call the Coast Guard minimum, the bare minimum, if a single crew member calls in sick and there's no one available to fill their spot, the boat just has to stay tied up. It cannot sail. It will not leave the dock. Right now, the state is in the middle of labor negotiations with below deck workers. We're talking about the crews in the bows of the boat, keeping it running, the engineers, the oilers. Things have been tense between the state and these crews, and at last check, negotiations had reached a, quote, impasse. So now an arbitrator is stepping in to sort things out. These frustrated workers say there is a serious wage gap between above deck and below deck crews. And on the day these workers held a press conference several weeks ago over at Coleman Dock, several boats did not leave port due to crewing shortages. So I asked Steve if he had any concerns that the ongoing labor dispute would bleed over into the holiday weekend. He says no, and that the negotiations are between the Office of Financial Management and the workers, not the ferry officials like himself.
People think the boats being late is incompetence on our part, and sometimes we get behind schedule because of things that we don't do right, and we try and correct those and learn from them, but a lot of the times it's these external factors that we can't control.
The arbitrator in this labor dispute is supposed to give both sides an update where they stand on things as of Friday, right? As many of you hit the road for the holiday weekend. We're going to keep an eye on travel and, of course, ferry schedules. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.